Finally, I was able to get through this wonderfully so strange adventure. I do not like holiday movies. I mean, they're very sappy, but to the point where it's so cringe, but kind of cute, but more cringe than cute. Today's adventure, we'll be looking at Holiday Breakup, where these two people meet each other, and then they... well, you'll see.
When I was a kid, all I wanted was to grow up. Once I did, all I wanted was to be a kid again. I thought love could make that happen.
You think love can make you be a kid again? If you want something to make you grow up real fast, fall in love with someone. Ew, what the frick am I watching? Yeah, okay, put some horror music to this and you'll see how fast your attitude changes. We cut to our main character, Chloe, crying her eyes out. She tells herself some positive reinforcement stuff that she learned from some time ago. Not like it's helping. Obviously, she broke up with someone. Right now, we're seeing her in January, but we're gonna go back to where her story starts. In July, specifically the 4th of July, she goes back to a darker time when she ate so much ice cream that it literally doesn't make sense how she's still alive. Okay, I'm sorry. How the hell did she type that with only putting one thumb in the same spot? People never type realistically in movies. Okay, that's a nitpick. Let's move on.
And I just have one teensy little thing to ask you. What were you thinking? Just stopping like that in the middle of the street.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was distracted by that octagonal sign there. The red one that says stop.
You know, I don't get how people are doing something wrong, but then when they get in an accident and they inconvenience somewhere else or hurt someone else, it's all of a sudden that person's fault. He should have sued her ass. But no, it's a rom-com.
By the way, I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
Hello, this is LA. We don't stop. We pause, linger briefly, and then we keep going.
You know, people don't actually behave like... or maybe it is. Maybe they do. LA, people probably do behave like this. To be fair, she does apologize, and then they make up, and then they decide to date. She's broke, so she gives him a toy ball as payment.
Glad you rear-ended me.
Perhaps I could, back up and ram you again?
Jesus Christ. People only laugh at stuff like this when they severely want to get laid.
Thank you.
They start dating, and of course they introduce each other to their respective families. This movie never fails to be more awkward as it progresses.
Andy, this is Jeff.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Hey, I'm Randy. Randy and Mandy. Did you get that? Names rhyme.
Okay. Seriously, though? Why do they make all the males in these movies look either stupid, evil, or just highly annoying? Well, to be fair, the main character kind of filled that spot. She's the epitome of it in this movie.
Nice
Sweetheart, can you please go check on the baby cot?
You got it. Be right back.
What is this, the freaking Lion King? It's not that serious. Totally dissed her husband, by the way. God. They watch the fireworks together and they fall in love. Everything seems great, everything is going grand until you realize just how batshit crazy this girl is. I know she's supposed to come off as really cute, but she's like the extrovert version of my personality. Then you realize that something is a little bit wrong with her. I mean, we all have issues, but Jesus Christ. I can understand why she probably would have botched a lot of relationships unless you find someone extremely compatible with her.
My, my mind is not correlating with my body. I'm trying to move and I'm not able to. Ready, set, 1, 2, 3.
Signal 1. You want to make out. The guy tells her, look, I understand, we can take it slow and kinda, we're adults, we're not crazy teenagers. He definitely wants to hit it, but he goes back to his house. She follows him home. Signal number 2.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
Chloe.
I imagine for a guy, this would be very complimentary. Like, this would be like, oh, wow, that's very flattering. This girl would do this. I have her hooked. But then it could be kind of worrisome if it becomes a thing. Like if you want to bring other girls home and she knows where you live. But, you know, he knows where she lives too, so I guess it's fair. But she kind of followed him home, so that's weird.
I don't know why I'm here.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I feel like I have to be here. I forgot to give you my insurance card.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. You had each other's numbers, but you couldn't call him while he was gone to let him know you were either coming or to meet up at a more appropriate time. Let's cut the shit here.
Hang out, and then we just met.
Yeah, it's okay. Hey, there's no hurry.
What? No hurry? Why I thought we were on the same level, page of this heat, burning desire, but that's clearly wrong, so I'll just go.
That's signal number, I don't know what the hell that's supposed to be. Are we going forward and reverse? Because I can't tell exactly what this woman wants. And it's clear she doesn't know what she wants. And I can't blame the guy because, you know, I hate to say it, but in this day and age, the girl is sending you signals and you'd pick up on it and you'd be like, okay, she's saying she doesn't want this, but what she means is she does. But if I just act on that impulse like she expects me to, I go to jail.
No! What? No naked. Sex on the first day would put me in the hoe zone, and we can't have that. We have to wait.
This guy's a lot of patience. At this point, I'd be like, bitch, get the hell out of my house. Get out. I came in here with full intent of taking a freaking cold shower, and then you come, follow me home, come inside my house, get me all amped up, and then tell me that sex on the first date's not cool. The frick is wrong with you, you asylum escapee? Then she tells him that they have to wait a certain amount of time, and 24 hours is the amount of time. So they sit there, and they wait, but it's only been 3 minutes. I know this is supposed to be cute and whimsical, but honestly, it's just very frustrating and it makes the character very unlikable. You show up to my house, you kiss me, you come inside my house after hours after I drop you at your doorstep. I am reading all the signals, and all the signals are telling me you're here to deliver a specific service. I'm not going to tolerate you coming all this way just to tease me. Oh no, none of that's happening. You're in my house. Anything inside my house is mine.
Okay. Alright.
This poor, stupid man. Anyway, things are moving along. She's very playful, which I totally understand, but at least I'm at that age where I know when to be serious. She doesn't know when to be serious at all. They talk about moving in together, okay? I mean, I think it's a bit fast, but who am I? And I say this girl doesn't know when to be serious, right? But here, she is very serious when she meets someone exactly like her.
Every class on Wednesday nights off of Chicklet Road. And of course I wouldn't charge you. But
that's so
if you
nice.
wanted to maybe trade, you know, like workout tips for your legs for, you know, pottery, I could really teach you how to.
Is everyone in LA like this? I am never moving there. I mean, as playful and pepper as I am, I like being that on my own. I don't like people coming up to me and being all in my space and forcing social interaction on me. That's not cool. Then she meets this lady that she sees in the park. This woman's gonna be important later. She always sees her by herself, meditating or whatever.
You seem so peaceful.
I am.
Later, this lady will butt in and tell her that the social norms of romance and weddings are stupid. You shouldn't adhere to that at all. You should love yourself. And while she's right, this woman just takes it all the way to the next level. Kudos to her. She's happy by herself. It's like she's trying to convert other people. That's later. Honestly, I don't really see what her point in the movie is. They could have taken her out of the movie and it would have been totally fine. Now, they cut to the next scene with Jeff and his father. Jeff is Chloe's new love, as you know. His father is the owner of this company, and of course, he's very wealthy and whatnot. He's trying to teach his son how to be a man, how to grow up and take care of himself. He says his work has been slacking because of this girl. The father doesn't really like the girl, to be honest. I can't blame him. From what he's seen, this girl was freaking unstable, and it's not just because of her personality. Is she doesn't have a handle on life, and she would become a drag on this kid. But for some reason, whenever the dad is giving him legit good advice, they put this villainous air around us, this atmospheric music that tells us that the father is the villain of the movie because he doesn't want romance, and ooh, he's telling the man he has to work for what he wants and he can't associate with people who are bums. He's bad. And I'm just like, why? You know, god damn it, that makes no sense. Most people would kill to have fathers like that.
Off. I need that analysis retooled.
Dad, I can't. All right, I have a party tonight. I
You're
promise.
not hearing me, all right? Play to win or go home. Now step it up. And here, last flag pin. Try not to lose it.
I like how they also injected some little quip near the end of the movie when they were like, oh, he's a Republican businessman. What does Republican have to do with anything? It's like they put that in there because he's a stiff neck or something. He has to be Republican. Then again, it is California. The he was finishing up work for his dad, so Jeff didn't have time to get the costume because his girlfriend wants to have fun, and now she's very upset with him, as you can see on her face. This is where we also meet Daphne from Switched at Birth. Oh, she's not actually deaf. I thought she was actually deaf. But no, she's all about them being the perfect couple, so it makes her feel much better about herself. I don't know why people are like that sometimes. It's so freaking weird. Chloe meets this mime guy, and he actually meshes really, really well with her. Kind of like flirting with him while he's kind of flirting with her. Jeff is really pissed off about this, and Chloe's like, that's called having fun. You should try it sometimes. And he's like, life's not all about fun, okay? I like how he looks like Marky Mark right there. I mean, just a tad. They curse each other out, say some really awful things, and then they end up breaking up. Maybe that's for the best, as they both say. Chloe is sad, so is he. He wants to grow up, she won't grow up. She doesn't know how to be serious for 2 seconds, which I understand could get really annoying, because she has no idea how to intuit that somebody just wants to chill for a while. People don't want to joke around all the freaking time, and I can understand why that would be highly annoying. Comes out the wrong way. DW music. Of course, we have the sexual after breakup tension, where people are the nicest to each other after they break up. This poor guy, he clearly loves her, and maybe it's because he's never gotten any fun in his life. He doesn't know how to balance having fun. Maybe the father is good with what he does, and it's good advice that he's giving him, but nobody has an exact balance. Neither does Chloe. You know, this girl actually met Jeff's parents, and when the father was trying to have a game with her, she just made the other team win all the time, and he's like, what are you doing? It's about winning. And she's like, I'm sorry, I thought it was about fun. It's not fun if you're not playing the game properly, you stupid broad. Then she's like, I don't think your father likes me. You think, you dolt? Man, I used to hate people like that. Like, you're trying to play a game, and they're making it up as they go along, and you know what, that's fun, and we would go along with it for a while. But then after, you actually want to play the game, because they would make it up in such a way that they win all the time, and then they're like, but it's about having fun. Yeah, but it's not fun when you're always making it up as you go along, and you're winning all the time, and everybody else is losing. Get the hell off and go play by yourself. Maybe it's more fun that way. It's not fun when you're the only one having fun. They talk to each other on the phone and whatnot, and you can kind of fill in the lines. There was definitely some phone sex going on. Like, I mean, come on. Everyone's been through that little thing where they break up with people, but you're not totally really broken up with them. Anyways, Chloe is trying her best to get through it, and guess who she sees? That single lady. The one that I say doesn't really have any bearings on this movie whatsoever. But let's hear the important things she has to say, and you guys can determine whether or not she really adds to this movie.
Society throws at you romance, love, marriage. It's all a myth.
Does your husband know you feel that way?
Oh, the ring. 25 years ago, I got married.
Oh, here the plot thickens. Who'd you get married to?
To myself.
Oh, here we go.
I never had a husband. I don't want one. I don't need one. I'm totally fulfilled. And I'm perfectly happy being single.
Says the woman who looks like a walking corpse. No, to be honest, there are some people like that. That's good for you, but you must not like sex. I mean, you know, you can do it yourself. But let's get into that. Not all of us can drive at the same speed. I just think it's a bit weird her going to the extent of putting a ring on her finger, and someone asks her out. She's like, I'm married. Oh, how long have you been with your husband? Oh, I'm not married to a husband. Or are you lesbian? No, I'm married to myself. Okay. Oh, okay. You know what? I think I see my sister. Hey, Beth. Nice talking to you. See you later.
You are?
Yes, very.
Where do you find the love?
It's all around you if you just open yourself up to it.
Just like God. Maybe this is supposed to show us how Chloe's supposed to get by on her own as a single person. You know, be happy, all by her lonesome. So, the woman asks her over for tea. And I'm hoping that the woman's not trying to seduce her, but we don't know anything about that. Chloe decides to go over to her house because she seems like a nice enough person. Never guess what she finds when she goes to the woman's house.
Joining us for tea, we've got Buttons. And then we have Orlando and Noodles, and over there with a crooked tail is JJ. Oh, Queen Elizabeth is joining us for tea, and that's, of course, totally appropriate.
Why did they make the other cat look like a monster? What the hell was that?
Oh.
What the fuck is wrong with these people? Which cat looks... You know, this is not even cool the way they're doing cats in this movie.
Queen Elizabeth is joining us.
What the frick are they doing? Stop!
For tea, and that's, of course, totally appropriate.
Clearly Apparently that's the old single cat lady meme where a woman can't find love so she gets a whole bunch of cats. This is where the movie picks up because neither of them have told any of their parents or relatives that they're broken up. Then we see Hearing Daphne, and she's like, is everything all right with you and Jeff? I hate when people do that, when they don't see your significant other and they're like, what happened? You're just like, dude, relax.
Jeff. Oh my god, is everything okay? Everything's fine.
This girl's whole existence is wrapped up in whether or not this other girl's relationship is successful, which is so sad. Things start to become awkward, and Chloe and Jeff decide that they're going to play along and pretend that they're still together because they don't want to have to explain on Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's that they're broken up. It would just be weird and too jarring for the family. But Weird Fake Girl knows something is up. Despite Jeff and her playing along like they're still a couple, she's like, what is happening right now? I know something's up with you guys. While Chloe and Jeff are trying to pretend that they're together, she realizes her parents are having their own issues. Honestly, the wife is being very vicious, and the husband is being very laid back. Then we learned that Chloe's mother actually tried to take toys away from her when she was like 6 years old to get her to grow up. But I kind of understand where Chloe's mom was coming from because she told her daughter to clean up her room. Then Chloe was like, the toys wanted to stay outside. Believe with me, Mom. Pretend. And while that's cute, if your mom tells you to clean up your room, clean up your room. Don't put up some bullshit story about the toys jumped out by themselves. And then she tries to make her mom look like the villain because she's like, I just wanted you to believe with me. No, bitch, you were trying to get your mom to enable you to keep lying. That whole story was just so freaking stupid and such a cop-out, to be honest. Never said also that the mother took away her toys forever. The mother just took away her toys to discipline her, to teach her to not lie. That's what that basically was about. And Chloe was like, oh, you tried to get me to grow up too fast. Just stop. When Jeff and Chloe go over to Jeff's parents' house, they realize that his parents are having problems of their own. Jeff and Chloe, again, try to hide from them that they're not actually in a relationship and they're just pretending. People are so weird. I get that they're trying to explain the logic to you so you understand what it is, but you know that it's all bullshit.
There we go. I knew it. These pies aren't from Gleason's. They're from Dollar Barn.
So Chloe bought those pies, and she didn't have the freaking brilliance of mind to take the label off of them, that they actually came from a dollar store instead of from that rich store that people usually buy it from. Why would you go to that extreme to lie to people? This is exactly what her mother was trying to avoid. Even if you're gonna lie to people about something like that, you don't have the intelligence or the mental capacity to remove the label. You put it in the bag that has the rich label on it, but then you leave the dollar sticker on the bottom of it, you weirdo. It's not even good writing, Jesus Christ. I would be mad too, because I'd be expecting it to taste a certain way, and then you realize that not only is not the actual thing that you like, but that the person went to a great deal to lie to you about it. It's almost like poisoning someone. Seriously. Oh, this is actually Junior's cheesecake. No, it's actually that freaking gas station cheesecake down there that people probably use and wipe their asses. And now you're being fed that. Wouldn't you feel deceived?
Pumpkin pies?
Do you know how much they charge for those stupid Gleason's pies?
Yes.
I lost my job.
So like an adult or an actual human being with critical thinking, you say, I'm so sorry, I didn't get a chance to get the pies at all, but I got something else instead. It's better than lying to people and feeding them something else. It's like that whole thing with people buying food from outside and lying and said that they cooked it. I wonder if all those people that lied about something like that when they're shut in at a time where people aren't allowed to go outside and everyone's like, oh, it's okay, this person's a great cook. What are you gonna do? And that's like straight up plagiarizing, but whatever. Jeff sits down beside Chloe feeling sorry for her, of course, because why wouldn't you feel sorry for a complete idiot? Sorry, not sorry. And then he tells her about his sob story. This is why I think people in California are so freaking entitled. Not all parts of California, but like in the LA areas, everybody are so freaking entitled. Listen to what he's bitching about. He's talking about on his 12th birthday, how after he finished having his party and he blew out his candles, his father took him outside to give him the real life talk.
Birds and the bees talk?
No. The real life talk. You know, Jeff, real life isn't like birthday parties where people buy you shit for free and love you. It's not like that, son. When you grow up, you gotta work your ass off. Because no matter what people say about women's lib, you'll be expected to be the breadwinner. Anyway, happy birthday, son.
That sounds terrible.
What the freak is terrible about that? You nincompoops! Do people like this actually oh, they're sensies, of course. Of course they do. Your father telling you how the real world works and that you have to work for your shit because people hand stuff to you is terrible. Oh my god, these freaking this is one of the worst movies I've watched because of how dumb these people are. They're perfect for each other. They're both freaking stupid. How can you sit there and bitch about your father at this age? They're not 6-year-olds. I can understand 6-year-olds or even 12-year-olds at the time. Yeah, my dad's telling me I'm gonna have to work for what I want. I had such a sucky thing to do. I just want to play. You're adults. You are adults. He's helping you. He's giving you a real life lesson. Because guess what? I bet you if you don't take your dad's advice, in California, you're gonna be a bum and you're gonna be crawling back to daddy asking for daddy's money that he worked his ass off to earn. You freaking entitled little kittens. Shouldn't have called them that. That's not right. I love kittens. Piglets. Because that's what they are. Just want to mooch, 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 mooch. Jesus, it's so insufferable hearing people actually speaking like this. And I know it's just a movie, but I know there are people that actually exist like this. It's still surprising to me because I wasn't raised like that. And do you really have to be... Okay, you know what? Let's just move on because I'm just going to get stuck on that one part that just irks me.
Stopped being a kid a little bit every year after that.
Yeah, that's what's supposed to happen. It's called life. That's what's supposed to happen. Because you grow up. You can still have fun, but you shouldn't still be a kid. You see, I do believe in some sense, because I love having fun. I don't believe in being serious all the time. I do see things through a game lens. I think everything's a game, but I also can function in the real world because I understand I do live in the real world, even though my imagination tells me I live in parallel worlds. I know that's not real. Maybe if I lose my mind someday, I won't be able to tell the difference because my imagination's so vivid. But right now, I know I live in the real world. I know that if I don't pay rent or I don't pay my mortgage, I'm going to lose my house or where I live. It's not evil. My father and my parents aren't evil if they say that. It's just the reality of it. So you stop being a kid, and it's doing the adulting thing, which is apparently this bad thing to Californians. Anyways, Jeff goes over to his mom to ask what the heck is going on. The mom's like, your dad wants an open marriage. It sucks, and the wife is definitely not happy about it, but I understand that he came to her about it first. I'm like, why would he ask that? Was he already cheating on her? Probably. But if he wasn't, kudos for him right out the gate being like, look, this is what it is. I want to stay married to you, but I want to be able to do other people. And so can you. Great deal, huh? Things start getting really icy around Christmas because I think the grandmother knows that these two are in danger of losing their relationship and she's trying to keep them together. So she gives them a whole bunch of money that they can use to buy a house and all this stuff. And the mother gives the girl the key to the family in the form of a necklace. And it's so sweet. And now the father actually likes her. So now they feel more and more guilty lying to their family that they're not actually dating still.
Tell your mom's coming. Let's tell her now.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, Mom. Hi.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
baby.
Christmas.
Hi.
Oh, you are so lovely.
But there is a win because the mother is totally overjoyed, even though she just discussed the whole open marriage thing. Because she found herself a piece, which I don't understand why the father would be upset about that because, you know, he can find his pieces too.
With Ebenezer back there.
Oh, your father. He's been in such a foul mood.
Let's see why.
Well, naturally, I was crushed, but I gave in. And there's this young man at the club, Fernando, the tennis pro. And he's such a large man, you know? And, well, frankly, I had forgotten how incredibly intense sex could be. It's like Bikram.
Well then, it's always that thing where, you know, your parents now know you do it, you know your parents do it, don't want to hear your parents talking about it though, when they're doing it. But that's sort of a happy ending, and I think they would appreciate each other more. Open marriage relationships or open relationships are not for everyone, but, you know, it should be able to work with between both. I don't know why the father was, like, so upset. Maybe he couldn't get anyone. I'm sure he can. With all of his money, he can pay someone to do it. But I just found it hilarious that he had an issue. Don't worry, dude. It's not like she can get pregnant. We get to meet Mime Guy again, who obviously has the hots for Chloe, and then we see Redhead Girl crying, which Mime Guy is so sorry for. He accompanied her so she wouldn't be alone. Her boyfriend, of course, had dumped her. And this is why Karma is so rich. As far as I know, this girl, aside from her being really fake, didn't really do anything to Chloe, but this is Chloe's response upon seeing a girl crushed as she was when she thought she lost Jeff, or when she did lose Jeff, because technically they're not really dating.
Just crying a lot.
Yeah, should we go check on her?
No, I want to enjoy this.
Wow. Wow, what a bitch. I want to enjoy this? What the frick is wrong with you, you wicked witch of the West? Then I realized that Chloe's probably just as fake as all the other females in this movie. How exactly is she the nice good guy protagonist of the story? The girl is so heartbroken and vulnerable, and they're like, oh, this is so sad.
You're beautiful. Come give me a hug. Oh, okay. No.
You see, at this point right here, Jeff's an idiot. Okay, technically, they're not dating. They obviously still have the hots for each other, but they're not dating. But the family doesn't know that. And this girl, despite her suspicions, doesn't know that either. So ideally, just like the guy trying to sip his tea on the right, you'd think that it would be the man's responsibility to push this girl off of him. I don't care how much you're crying. If some guy came up to me and my boyfriend was there, whether he was there or not, some guy's crying and he's all hugging up on me, I'd be like, excuse me, I'm so sorry for you, but no. Or if the shoe was on the other foot and one of his guy friends or something was crying and he's like, come on, bud, bring it in, even though he wouldn't say that. He'd be like, bring it in, and the guy just completely ignores him and then goes to hug me, and I'm his girlfriend or his wife or whatever. Like, that's really highly disrespectful. That warrants the person being hugged, the huggee, pushing that person, like snubbing them, using full palm force and pushing their face back off of them. Because that's clear invasion of space, and that's a complete disregard to the relationship hierarchy right there. That's asking for trouble. See, by Red Hair Girl doing that, she was trying to test the waters to see if he'd let her so she could push it further.
I'm gonna go take care of her.
Okay. What was that?
What was what?
She's practically dry humping you.
And that would bother you because...
You're not my problem if you're making a spectacle of yourself. Go ahead.
Like I said, they're not actually dating, so it doesn't matter. But if you're keeping up the whole facade, maybe you shouldn't be hugging up on other girls and her hugging up on other guys. It just looks weird. Anyway, the girl's name is Kelly, and she's all looking up on Jeff, wondering why he's sitting over someplace by himself. Because God forbid, people who are dating can't have some space to themselves once in a while, or can't be sitting in a spot without the other person at their hip.
Not sure why you keep banging that drum, Kelly. Jeff and I are fine.
Right. So that's why he's been sitting over there, waiting under the mistletoe for someone to suck his lips off.
Honey Toasted Ginger Nut, why are you so concerned with what my boyfriend is doing? Straight up, like, I would not be a good Californian. I would be like, shut the hell up and mind your own goddamn business. As nice as I am, I've gotten a little bit of my niceness roughed up a bit by living in Brooklyn for a time. So someone oversteps their boundary, I don't care, they're gonna be put back in there real quick. Yes, I'm very small, but it doesn't matter. I will freaking push you back over your boundary.
Oh, he's fine. He's a lone wolf.
No! What? Fine, if you're not gonna do it, then I will.
No!
Are you freaking kidding me? So that's how they write that these two, Chloe and Jeff, have to kiss each other under duress. Because another woman has threatened that she's gonna go ahead and kiss this other girl's boyfriend if she doesn't go do it. What in the blasted graboid ass is going on? These movies are so freaking dumb. Where's that piano guy that, like, puts music to people's rants? I want him to put a musical piano piece to my rant. Because that's how I'm feeling right now. I just... Chloe and Jeff keep the gig running on because they got through Thanksgiving as a fake couple. Now they're going to get through Christmas as a fake couple. Oh, they did that too. Now they're going to get through New Year's as a fake couple as well. But something bad happens. Before Chloe can go off to the party, her dad had a scare. She thought she was going to lose him because he had a heart attack. This was after a fight that he and the mom had. The father is so gentle, honestly, he never raises his voice. He wants to be free, he wants to go on vacation and just drive all over Italy, and the mother's like, I just want to go on a cruise and everything's about me. Well, the father's a freaking mastermind, because it's clear to see that this obviously worked. Because now his wife is doting on him and they fall in love all over again. Well, at least she seems to have fallen in love with him all over again because she realized she almost lost him and his money. I'm kidding. I think. Chloe is late to the New Year's party. Jeff is waiting for her. She doesn't pick up. And of course, she's being responsible because she's driving. But when she finally gets there, she sees Jeff kissing up on Gingerhead. It takes this asshole one whole good minute or maybe two to dislodge himself from this girl.
Happy New Year, Jeff.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
And that's where we see Chloe sobbing in her car. Really, Jeff? I mean, Jeff, you love this girl, and I get it, you gotta get yours, but you knew she was coming to the party, and a whole bunch of people are gonna see you. You're not concerned about keeping the jig up? Seriously? Now we're supposed to make it look as though, oh, he wasn't even wanting to kiss her, he didn't care. Dude, stop pretending like he was freaking innocent. I hate these stupid movies and TV shows that make it look like the girls and the guys in them are totally innocent and things just look that way, because if you'd stayed there a minute longer, you would have seen that he stopped kissing her after 1.5 minutes. I don't know why I'm laughing. I mean, it is kind of funny.
I'm the luckiest girl in the world, and today is the best day of my life.
Okay, see, this is why you can't damage your kids. You gotta tell them, like, look, when reality hits, I know what I told you to say to make yourself feel better, but there's certain scenarios where, you know, you just gotta use the right... You gotta use the right method. This doesn't fit. Jeff tries calling her because she never showed up to the party as far as he's concerned. I wonder if she did show up to the party, what he would have said. Hey, like moments ago, what's her name? Ginger snapped, like, kissed me, but is that cool? Jeff's father's like, that girl was never right for you anyway. The father was just trying to protect his son, because I understand where he's coming from. Jeff remembered her open night and went to go see her against his dad's wishes, and she sang a beautiful song that she obviously dedicated to him, because you write your best music when you're emotionally distraught. And I know from experience, trust me, it's when you have the best productivity in terms of your art, and when you have the best self-pleasing sessions ever, right after someone dumps you or breaks your heart. Never fails. It's like the only highlight of a breakup. But karma pays back as Jeff sees her as he was about to go over and give her a hug and congratulate her that she's with Mime Dude, or a Mime Man. Notice how she and Jeff turned around after they kissed someone else? Like, what are you hoping for? Are you hoping on the off chance that your ex is like standing there so he could have seen you, or she could have seen you so you could get them jealous? Like, oh, didn't see you standing there. How have you been? Did you see me slide my tongue down this other person's tongue harbor? Now this is the part that gets me. Jeff is out to dinner with Ginger Snap, and Chloe's out to dinner with Mime Guy. For some reason, he's dressed as a mime while they're at an expensive restaurant. Don't know why that's happening right now, but you know, it's her kind of thing. Ginger Snap is more like Jeff, and Mime Guy, Mime Man, is more like Chloe. She's all about fun, but yet she doesn't like when somebody else is having fun.
What's wrong? Did I say something?
No, it's great. Everything's great.
Is it really, though? Because only moments later, they look over and realize that they're sitting across from each other. Chloe and Jeff just completely forget about the people who have now invested their own emotions into these idiots that say everything's fine and they're having fun. They totally make their dates look like fools.
Baby, I got you a Valentine's present.
Chloe?
Jeff.
Oh my god. Wow. Like, this movie is dumb. It's so freaking dumb. Oh my god. Why would you do that to someone? You don't even say, excuse me, I'm so sorry. Like, at least other movies have the decency to write their characters apologizing to their dates. I mean, I feel the worst for the poor Mime Guy because he was really shy and he really liked this girl. But I also feel bad for Ginger Snap. Yeah, she overstepped her bounds, but let's be serious. Jeff allowed that all the way. And then they just completely get negged on their date, like in public too. That's so freaking rude.
You
came to our place.
So did you.
Let's talk about how they brought other dates to their place. Okay.
I saw you with him.
Look how she just turned around and ignored him. Like, she looked straight at her date and then ignored him like a piece of trash. You know what? These two people are made for each other. They're both dumb, and I can see their relationship just burning into a big ball of flame near the end. Because what's going to happen is exactly what his dad said, and I've seen it happen. They live happily ever after, until Jeff realizes that this girl is freaking crazy and very selfish and a pathological liar, and she's going to realize that, well, I want to have fun. I want to do fun things. But I don't have money to do it, and I can't keep a job because I'm too immature, and I can't make good life choices. So Jeff is gonna remember what his father said, because his father ain't gonna give him no money. His father's gonna be like, look, son, you can either work for me, or you can get the frick off of my lawn. I'll help you once, and then you go and do this yourself, because the father's the kind of person that wants Jeff to be his own man, to learn how to take care of himself, because father's not always gonna be around. So Jeff goes out and works for his dad, or he works a job in general, and then he has to become mature. He has to start to pay the bills for things. He has to make mature decisions. He has to tell Chloe, don't use so much of the electricity. Don't leave the lights on. Don't put this in the way. Can you at least help out around the house since I'm bringing in the bills? And she's going to be like, that's no fun. Then she's going to cheat on him with somebody else who is fun, but not paying the bills. And she's going to not tell him anything because everything's pretend. As long as you don't tell the other person, it's fine. Let's just pretend it never happened. And she's been so good at pretending that it's so easy for her to lie her way around. And she's going to keep on taking Jeff's money until he finds out. And she's going to break his heart and she's going to pull him down while she's doing it. Yep, crash and burn. I've seen it happen. Then God bless the poor girl who comes after this one that Jeff is going to treat like total trash because he's never going to trust another female ever again. Not to mention, I didn't say in the story, but in the story, he told her that there was this woman who he actually wanted to marry, and he tried to put an engagement ring on her finger, and it got stuck on her finger, and she cut it into pieces and then mailed it back to him and never wanted to see him again. Poor taste in women, I guess. Seriously. This movie was called Holiday Breakup, and they should have a sequel calling Crash and Burn, because that's where I see this going. Horrible messages to be sent to people around the world. Like, these are one of the movies, they're not even romantic, they're not even inspiring and cute. They're just like, look, this is what you should avoid. These are how stupid people operate in the real world. Whatever. Stupid freaking movie. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. This has been Ultiora. You ask, we answer.